What's good, people? How y'all doing out there this evening? In case you don't know, I am Lee Black, and I am the host of Real Talk for Real Men, and I am also on TFG Ratchet. And this is a little bit of combination of both of those. So please subscribe to our channels. You can find me on YouTube and Facebook under the title Real Talk for Real Men, of course. And then, of course, you can go straight to TFG Ratchet if you want to get all of the Ratchet's news throughout the week. I try to go live at least 3 times a week and just talk about the shit that unnerves me. And of course, I love dealing in fuckery and foolishness because I'm an opinionated SOB. But of course, if you've been watching me for a while on my own show, you know, sometimes we tackle serious topics, and I do know how to be serious. I want to talk to you tonight about Monique. She has actually gone live, Club Shay Shay, in case you've been under a rock. Shannon Sharp has got a podcast show, and it is just racking up the views like nobody's business. He practically broke the internet a few weeks ago when he did the interview with Cat Williams. As of counting today, I think he's over 58 million views just from that one video. And then he's chopped it up a few times, and now he's well over 100 million views. Well, he's trying to do it again. Just today, he's released his 3-hour interview with Monique. And Monique was obviously talking, you know, I say obvious, but they covered a wide range of topics. But the one that I caught my attention is her backing Taraji P. Henson. So let's get into it. Taraji P. Henson, a few weeks ago, she went on the podcast, a serious podcast with Gayle King, and broke down. She was supposed to be promoting the movie Color Purple, and we're not even going to get into that foolishness. That was one fucking mess, in my opinion. You can find my opinion of that right on Real Talk for Real Men and on TFG Ratchet. But that's not what we're talking about. She was breaking down and in tears talking about the pay disparity and just how unfair she has felt like she's been treated when it comes to the fact that she is an actually Oscar nominated actress and been in the business for well over 15 years, and the fact that she doesn't get paid what she's worth. So this was addressed again in the Club Shay Shay interview with Monique. Now, those of you may not know this, Monique talked about this years ago. She sued Netflix, and she spoke out in the broadest terms, and it didn't go over very well. She pissed off a lot of powerful people. People took sides. It hurt her career. She talked about the fact that she felt like she was blackballed by her own people. But in her soliloquy, she talked at length about the fact that as Black women, how they are the grossly underpaid. She didn't lie, folks. Shannon Sharp asked her, well, why didn't your mentioning it years ago get the same attention that it's garnering now? And I love what she had to say. I've always admired Monique for keeping it honest and real. She said, well, you got to look at the messenger. I'm paraphrasing here. She said, you know, for her being a big, fat Black woman, saying the things that she was saying, it didn't go over well. And I'm going to read what she said. Quote, she said, you're saying Oprah's name out loud. You're saying Tyler Perry's name out loud. You're saying Lee Daniels' name out loud. You're saying Lionsgate out loud. That's not what we do. How dare you say our heroes' names out loud? These are our heroes. How could you say their names? She went on to kind of talk about the fact that, you know, for her, this was always something that she felt comfortable speaking out about. And she agrees with Taraji wholeheartedly. Number one, I love the fact that she backed her, but I like that she kept it honest and real about how things are perceived. Let's be honest, folks. Black women, all across all spectrums, are on the lowest end of the pay scale. They're on the lowest of the totem pole. Now, this might surprise some of you coming from me because I'm an admitted chauvinist. I admit that. I have very old school views and values when it comes to men and women. I think men should be the head of the household. I don't think women should be preaching from the pulpit, you know, all of those things. I'm even a chauvinist when it comes to things like movies, Marvel movies. I don't fuck with Wonder Woman, for those of you Marvel fans. Some skinny white bitch running around with her drawers and bracelets fighting crime. Take that shit somewhere else. Ain't no fucking way she's on the same level as Superman and Thor and the rest of these fucking people. That's what I believe. I like the old school James Bond. I like James Bond having gadgets, cars, and fucking bitches. This new ass James Bond where they've softened him up and married him off, and he got to use a fuck that shit. I like the old. I'm a chauvinist and I'm somewhat of a misogynist. Freely admit that. Having said that, I'm also a womanist. I also believe wholeheartedly that women deserve equal pay. I feel like if a woman could do the job, damn it, she ought to be able to get the pay. Now, the expectation should be that she should do the fucking job. You can't get the job and then go screaming and hollering that you got your period, every time you look up either. If you're going to do the job, do the goddamn job. But I digress. I'm getting off topic. In this particular instance, I stand with Monique 100%. And what I'm hoping is I would love to see all African American, not just actresses. I'm talking about in music and sports and science. I don't give a shit. Teachers, they need to band together and demand. We in 2024. It's high time we stop this shit. Black actresses in this instance particular, they don't get nowhere near what they're paid. Think about Angela Bassett, Ruby Dee, some of the most powerful actresses we got going out there, that for years they've been showing up, as Jay-Z talked about. Jay-Z's speech on Sunday, he talked about continuing to show up until you get what's owed to you, what you deserve. Well, these ladies been showing up for fucking decades. But when you got people like Tyler Perry, who has his own studio, Oprah has her own studio, Gayle King has power on shows, we need to band together to speak out more in support of these women and demand that they be paid equally. Oh, and by the way, men, we're not absolved. Women can't fight this fight alone. We need our powerful men, especially African-American men, to get behind this cause and demand it as well. So Denzel, Spike Lee, Samuel L. Jackson, we need you guys to get behind this as well. And don't just think I'm talking to the black people. We need white actors and actresses speaking up too, making this primary a cause. If they can boycott Hollywood and SAG and boycott and hold out for as long as they did till they got what they wanted and got these shows back on TV, use that same strength, that same political, financial backing, support to make sure African-American women are getting paid what they're worth. These ladies are creating their own lanes. They've been doing this shit for a long time, and it's high time they deserve better treatment. I love the fact that Monique is standing up and speaking out. She's always been that. I respect the shit out of her. Now, what she do in her personal life, that ain't got nothing to do with me. If she want to call her husband daddy, if they like it, I love it. God damn it, I like to be called God in the bedroom, so go figure. And when it comes to supporting one another in equal pay, I stand with these ladies. I stand with them 100%. And so this has been another TFG moment, and I'm Lee Black, and this is what I say. God bless. Good night, everybody.